My number three, and this is so nicely underlined by our latest guest there. It's okay not to know. And man, is that something that it I just it is a tough one to really grasp for me, and a tough one to practice. But once I started practicing it, I I realized so many things, in so many ways, I was burning energy for nothing, just
Mm-hmm.
because I, I guess it's, I mean, it's the human mind. We all we want answers. We're designed in such a way that whatever we see, we try to, form it into a pattern that makes sense to us. And, that's what our brains are designed to do. But, and we don't like it. We don't like it at all when there's big gaps in a theory, or, you know, I was driving, yesterday I was driving, and it's starting to snow here a lot, and there's a straight stretch, and the snow was kind of billowing around in such a way that I could see down the straight stretch, and then it just disappeared into a cloud that was just
Mm.
all nebulous and floating around. And I was like, yeah, that's the future. I'm driving into the future right now. I have no idea I have a plan. I'm on a road that I think is going to lead me to, I'm trying to do something here,
Yeah.
but to be reminded that's ahead of you at all times. You just don't know what's going to come out of there. It could be something good. It could be something bad, a challenge of this, of what, but it's being okay with that, and not letting the fact that there's so much stuff we don't know yet. And that's just going to be the way it is. And we'll do our best with what we have, and onward we go. It's just so much nicer. It's, it's a way to let go, I guess.
Yeah.
But that was,
That's such a great sort of visual representation, isn't it? Like, of driving into the unknown.
mm-hmm.
And that, like, the first thing that so often comes up is fear. Like, that's the most immediate natural human response, that we have this, like, fear response to that.
Yeah.
And that goes back to early humans, that we needed to do that, right?
Yeah. Well, if we didn't know, and we spent a lot of time heading towards areas that were full of unknowns, then we probably didn't pass on our genes, right? So there's it's in our animal brain, but it's just an interesting weight that I found I was carrying around. And then that talk with Ward, just, it couldn't have been more timely. I couldn't have been more ready for it personally, to hear it the way that he put it. It just, like, he just brought it home, and it just smashed into me. And I was like, man, like, you are right here at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
It was really special.
Yeah. I can only hope, like, for my son, that he learns that earlier in life. Like, I think learning it at any age is great, but to be able to impart that to our children, or if we imparted that in schools, like that acceptance of the unknown,
Mm-hmm.
and being sort of adapting with life, and learning these lessons, and continuing to adapt, and continuing to grow, and continuing to reach out to others, and going about it that way. That's kind of overlooked, I think, and
Hugely.
hugely overlooked.
Not just overlooked, but overshadowed and pushed away by
Yeah.
this the giant individual, do it by yourself, and compete and win.
Yeah.
I mean, people are looking at that differently now too. I think, given the last few years we've been through, people are looking at all sorts of things differently. But for us growing up, that's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.